What is up, guys? It's the Nmnm here, and welcome to Nmnm Demo's Super Meat Boy. Now, this isn't a real demo. I'm not going into this blind. I've actually played this game tons, and I'm not terrible at it anymore, I hope. I mean, I hope I'm not bad at it, but it's a really fun platformer, and it's very challenging. So, as you can see, I've done plenty of the game so far. Been working on getting that 100%, 94% in the fourth world, but I'll play through the first world, the forest, just to give you guys a little preview of what it is. Okay, so that was like the opening cinematic to a world, to the world. Each world has its own opening cinematic, and they're pretty cool. They have fun different references and stuff. Yeah, it's a really fun game. I'm addicted. Alright, let's start. So, the first world is obviously just a tutorial world. So, you're Meat Boy, and you have to... Here's the story behind it, at least. You're this guy, Meat Boy. You have to save this girl, Bandage Girl, in every level. But our enemy, Dr. Fetus, wants to stop you from saving Bandage Girl. And so he puts her in all these difficult situations. So when I walk into Bandage Girl, he shows up, and he stabs her, and he punches her in the face, and he kidnaps her again. So that's how all the levels go, basically. So, yeah. First world is really simple, just simple jumping stuff. Holding this right trigger. I'm playing on a controller, by the way. Holding this right trigger to jump long ways. And yeah. Just wall jumping, sliding. There are plenty of characters you can unlock in this game too, which makes some of the bandages getting easier. Bandages are like the secret in this game. That was stupid. But bandages are how like you get 100% in the worlds, and it's a challenge to get them. It actually makes it really hard from the first world. Like bandages even in the first world are really hard to get. So here they introduce saw blades, which can kill you on contact. If you hit with anything in this game, you will pretty much die. This is not how you want to do this level, but there you go. I would show you getting a bandage, but I have all of them in this world, so I'm not gonna delete my save file. Sorry, I've worked too long and hard for this. See, that's what happens when you die. You just run and you explode into tons of guts like that. I hope you know I'm not doing... I mean I am doing that on purpose, but... Alright, so the story with Meat Boy is he's not actually a boy made of meat. He's actually a regular boy, just skinned. So what you're seeing on the walls and ceiling and such is actually flesh, juices, and blood, and guts. Very pleasant, right? That was... alright. I'm a little rusty, I haven't played in like a week, so... yeah, I was trying to do the strats. Didn't work very well. There we go. That's better. Alright, I haven't completed this strat yet. And I just did. So get wrecked, game. I had never done that before, and I just did it on my first try. That's a way to skip the level, but here, I'll show you how you're supposed to do the level. You're supposed to come down here, jump here, and jump up while avoiding all those spikes and such. So this is basically the game. Lots of saw blades, lots of difficult jumps, except this first world is obviously just introduction. So it's not going to be hard. At least, it shouldn't be. First, yeah. Sorry for the lack of commentary here, I'm just trying not to play as horribly as I am. But, game has lots of different cool obstacles. Why did I do that? Game has lots of cool different obstacles, like, obviously saws is the main one. What am I doing? Jeez. It has saws, and it has other things like fans that will blow you every which way, and, other stuff. Difficult wall jumps, like in this one. In this level, to get the bandage, you have to make a pretty, in my opinion, not easy wall jump. Yeah, there we go. That's what I wanted to do. Alright. So this is the last level of the main world. Or, yeah. This is the last level of the main part of the first world. So if you can see, you're like, oh, this isn't that hard. Believe me, it gets a lot harder when they add stuff like missile launchers, like, I don't know what you call them, but they're like repulsors that make you go every which way. It gets really funky. So I'll play the first boss, Little Slugger. We can watch the cutscene here, right? Meow. Alright, so that's basically it for the boss. Each boss has a little intro like that, and then you do a usually long and sometimes very difficult. That's not how I was supposed to do that. Sometimes very difficult boss fight, but I just did that in one try, so you can see the first one's not that difficult. In this one, Dr. Fetus has a giant robot, and he's chasing you, and he has Bandage Girl and all that jazz. Then you blow it up, and he's mad. So yeah, the game is pretty funny like that. Just random moments, random stuff. So there are tons of different worlds for this game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 worlds to be exact. Each of them far more difficult than the last. The last world gets ridiculous. Completes 16%, as you can see. Wow, it's hard. So I'm gonna go back to the first world and show you a couple of the different features. In levels, you're probably wondering what the swirly purpley thingies were. Well, those are called warp zones, and they are extra zones in the game where you can get bandages, and they're usually more difficult than the rest of the world, or the light world at least. I'll explain what that means later. But I've gotten all the bandages in the warp zones already, so they're not going to appear. But all the warp zones are retro like this. And, that was stupid. And, I thought, personally, lots of the warp zones were harder than the actual world itself. So basically, how warp zones work is, you have 3 lives on each level, and if you lose all 3 lives on any level, you have to start it all over. That's how a warp zone works. And this red warp zone over here is a character warp zone. This one is called the Commander. It's the first one you get. Not that big of a spoiler. I'll go into the level and get it. But how it works... Yeah, alright, I'm going to do this jump again. I'll do it again. But you can see the warp zone right there. It looks like any other warp zone, just on the map it's red, because obviously a different kind of warp zone. I'll get this. I will win. Not like that. Not like that either. Ouch. 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 Screw it. I was gonna do it, but then I wasn't. So that's how you get to the warp zone in this level. So as you can see, this is a character warp zone, so when you beat it, you unlock this character to play in all of the other levels. And no, unfortunately the commander can't fly through obstacles like he did in that little thing, in the little cutscene, but he does have this power where if you jump and hold A, he can glide sideways like that. And so it's, you know, I don't find many uses for it in the levels. I found one use for it to get into a certain warp zone. But different characters have different abilities, obviously. And unlike the other warp zones, you have unlimited lives to get it because it's a new character and you're not used to it. But Commander Video is the easiest to unlock. And yeah, that's all that stuff. As you can see, when I select a level, I get all these different character options. Some characters you earn by collecting bandages, some I don't have, obviously, because I don't have all the bandages yet, because they're agonizingly painful to get. Aw, dang it, I can't go out of the screen, whatever. Alright, so last thing I'm going to show you is the Dark World. And what this is it basically took the original world and it made it harder. So it's the same levels but more death, essentially. And you have to beat the entire Dark World and get all the bandages in here to 100% the world. So I'll give you an example. I might play through all of them if I can do it quick enough. See how the first level is just jump on the platform, now it's jump on the platform without getting spiked. This level is similar. Don't get spiked. That was stupid. Alright. So this is basically all the levels. Don't get spiked. It's the same, I already said this, it's like same levels, but I don't know how they do it. They get the difficulty so right. It's harder than the light world, but it's not too hard, obviously, because it's still the first world. Alright, I don't know why I'm having so much trouble with this one. This is the Dark World of the first world. Should be getting these very easily. Alright. So as you can see, it's pretty much the same levels, just, yeah, they edited them so their difficulty is peaked a little more, and bandages are obviously harder to get in these levels. Some levels, I've seen some Dark World levels where they just change completely. It only has like minor resemblance to the Light World counterparts, but it's alright. So I'll just go ahead and play through all these too. Might as well. That was strats. Alright, I don't think you can do cheese here, so... yeah, I screwed myself there. Alright. Whoa, okay. I thought I was onto that wall. So, if I were to do a Let's Play on this, which I might end up doing if I ever get 100%, then, then I would be getting all the bandages again. That would be difficult. I was gonna say something else. Let's be honest here. I forgot what I was gonna say. But these are the easiest levels in the game. So if you're thinking about like, oh, this isn't that bad, then you better rethink it because there's more to come. I don't remember how this level works. Ouch. Alright. I got this. Yeah, there we go. Stay in here. There we go. Ouchies. Ouchies. Why am I not doing this right? This is not hard. Come on. Oh, that was stupid. I'm dumb. These levels aren't hard, by the way, compared to what you see later in the game. Alright, let's wait for that one to come. That one. There we go. Obviously, when you're getting the bandages, these levels are going to be more difficult. Like, this part isn't all that easy, honestly. I remember having a fair amount of trouble getting it the first time, but once I figured it out, it was alright. And that's how most of the levels go. Until you figure it out, it's pretty hard, but when you do, it gets easier. And obviously, you know, as you play more, it'll get easier, and as you progress through the game, it'll get easier. So, that's just how you work, how this game works. You practice, you get better, and you collect all the bandages. Or you try to, and you fail because Rapture is bullshit. That's the 5th world. It's really hard. Too hard, in fact. Harder than it should be. There is a warp zone in this, dark world. I'll play through it, just cause I don't know how much time I've been doing this, but probably not that long. So, I highly recommend this game. It's tons of fun. I've spent countless hours on it. If you're not afraid of trial and error and restarting and dying hundreds of times over, then this is a game that you should be excited for. Alright, here. No, alright. That jump is a little more difficult than I give it credit for. There are no Dark World bosses. I don't know if I ever said that. That is stupid. I am dumb. Why can I not Meat Boy right now? Nope. I always miss that last one. That's why I keep dying. Oh my god, I had that too. I jumped there. I was on the wall and I jumped, but it doesn't register your jump sometimes, and then you just do it over again and you're fine. I hit that. If you don't get that top one, you're dead there, so... And if you hold the jump button too long, you're also dead. I should stop doing that. I kept hitting the jump button. You could probably hear it because my mic picks up everything in the vicinity of the world. That was lucky. Oh, god damn it. Why am I having so much trouble with this level? This is easy. Easy. I don't know how many times I hit that jump button before I hit the wall. Or I hit the spike at the bottom. I can guarantee you it was a lot. There we go. Thank you for finally registering my jump. Alright, there we go. So, unlike the Light World, Dark Worlds don't have bosses. Dark World warp zones are also harder than Light World warp zones. I mean, should be pretty obvious. Fairly simple. But I like this warp zone because it's just straight up platforming. Sometimes they throw a bunch of obstacles at you and it doesn't seem very nice. Alright. You're seeing me blow through these levels, kinda. I mean, I obviously had trouble on the last one, but I hadn't played that one in a while, I guess. And it's just because I've had tons of practice with this game. I don't know if binge playing is a thing, but that's what I did. So yeah, this is Super Meat Boy. It is, in my opinion, the best platformer I've played ever. I don't think I've played a better platformer. The controls are really fluid, especially if you're using a controller. Keyboards don't work well with this. Use a controller. Hook one up, do something. One more level I want to explore before I leave. I'm not going to beat this level because I've only beat it once and it's pretty hard. It is called a glitch world. It works generally the same as a regular world, except it works generally the same as, yeah, I said that right, as a glitch world. In the fact that you have 3 lives. I jumped there. In the fact that you have 3 lives, but there's only 1 level, so every time you die 3 times, you go back to this screen. So it's kind of annoying. I wish they would have just been like, alright, here's the level, do it until you complete it. But every time you die 3 times, you have to go back to the title screen. And I completely forgot how to do that jump. And these levels are extra long. And the way you unlock them is, you complete the Light World. You complete the Light World boss. And then after that, upon completing a Light or Dark World level in that world, there's a 1 in 11 chance that Bandage Girl will actually be something called Glitch Girl. And this means that, when you beat the level, if you do, upon, like, Glitch Girl appearing, then, you get transported to the Glitch World. And that's what this is. As you can see, they're much harder than the regular world, because I'm just having trouble with this first jump. Aww, that was good too, kinda. Not really good, it was, I mean, I made it through, so it was good in my eyes. And I died, so I'm not gonna play any more of that. Like I said, there are 7 chapters of this game, which will give you plenty of hours if you're worried about not getting enough out of this game. And then there's Super Meat World for downloadable content and such if you ever run out of the story worlds. So, that's really fun. And, once again, I highly recommend you buying this game. It's only $15 on Steam. It's an indie game. It really helps the people who made it. This game was featured in Indie Game the movie, I'm pretty sure. And rightfully so, because this is an astounding game. yeah, that's all I have to say about this, pretty much. Gave you a little tour of the first world, what to expect. I mean, except for the bandages, of course. You'll have to see the locations yourself. I've already gotten them. But, thanks for watching, guys, and I hope to see you in the next demo of whatever I do. Yeah. Bye, guys.